This week, we bring you another outstanding Filipino captain of industry. From the short list of Filipino business movers, the spotlight shines on a luminary who is responsible for making the industry he has helped to build a strong and sturdy one.
i-Remit is the largest non-bank institution and the only Filipino-owned remittance company in the country today that is publicly listed. At the helm of this progressive company is Mr. Bansan Choa, whose life story he shares with us today. Bansan is from a purely Chinese family descending from parents and grandparents born in Fujian province in China. His great-grandparents came here in 1880, while his parents came to live here in the 1930s.
I was born in Hong Kong, because at that time, my father is not yet a naturalized Filipino citizen. So my mother had to stay in Hong Kong. And then my father had to go back and forth every 6 months. No? So finally, we were born, 3 of us were born in Hong Kong. My elder brother, me, and my sister. We are a total of 5 siblings in the family. So I'm the second eldest.
At the tender age of 3, Bansan and his elder brother, aged 5, came to the Philippines from Hong Kong to study at the Philippine Changhua Academy, then the largest school in Pasay City.
When we came over from Hong Kong, we stayed in that place until 1973, when our place was moved, and because we were renting the place, we were forced to transfer to another location, so we have to transfer to Parañaque. So in 1973, we moved to Parañaque, and then from there, we started another business called the Banwood Construction Center. So from 1957 until about 1980, we were dealing with construction material. So in 1989, we started a company called Confed Properties, Inc., who is now into property development.
From there, the siblings went to Xavier School in San Juan for their high school education from 1966 to 1970. And here he learned the Mandarin language apart from Fukienese the family spoke at home. He earned his college degree in De La Salle University, taking a Bachelor of Science in Commerce, major in accounting. Why accounting, we ask.
Okay, to tell you the truth, okay, what I wanted to is I enrolled in UP Los Baños because I wanted to work as an agriculture. But since it's very far, UP Los Baños is quite far from Metro Manila. So, and we are in business already, so the parents decided that it's better for us to just study something that might be useful for the business.
After graduating from De La Salle, he worked for 2.5 years at SGV as a junior auditor, then decided to take up his master's degree at the Ateneo on the first year that the university opened its school in Makati. He narrates that he finished his academic requirements in the prescribed time in 1977, but it was only in 1985 that he actually finished and submitted his thesis on low-cost housing. Despite the long gap in between, Bansan says he is still proud of the fact that he earned his master's degree, considering that not many master's degree seekers make it to the finish line. His choice of low-cost housing was timely because aside from his family being immersed in property development, that was the time when prefabrication of housing components was trending. This involvement in property development was also the key to the birth of their first remittance company in Hong Kong.
So in 2001, 90+% owner is Ivantage. Okay. But the first partner that they have in Hong Kong is my company called Sure. So we shared a small space. The marketing office that we have was divided into 2. Half of that was used for i-Remit, and half was used for Surewell equities to continue marketing properties. Okay, in 2001, it was formally incorporated, and the first operation of i-Remit started in Hong Kong. Months after, we started Taiwan, we started Canada, and then we have agents in UK. But in 2002, the original shareholder, i-Vantage, sold the 100% ownership of i-Remit to 3 groups. One is the JTKC Group, which is owned by Silabent Yunga, and then which they own 65%, and then 30% was owned by Surewell, and then 5% was owned by one of our courier company called JPSA. So in 2002, the ownership structure was changed. No? So from that time on, we have started to acquire more countries and be present in more countries.
From there, the company grew and had its presence in more countries. In 2007, i-Remit became a publicly listed company. 25% of the company was proportionately divided from the shares of the 3 company owners. From 2007 to the present time, i-Remit has a presence in a total of 27 countries and still counting. i-Remit is also acknowledged by 3 government agencies as their #1 collector from OFWs abroad, the SSS, Pag-ibig, and PhilHealth. i-Remit continues to expand and innovate, but Bansan Choa has learned to pace himself.
I'm considered the chairman and the CEO, but I do not work at full-time basis. No? But as member of the board of director also, we are very much involved into the operation because we have regular meetings naman. And at any given time, if they need anything, we're just a text away or a phone call away.
When so much has been achieved in a company that he has nurtured from birth, there comes a time when relaxation beckons.
As much as possible, Saturday and Sunday is devoted to the family. Okay? So the way that we relax normally is go to church, we go to shopping, we go to eat. Right? And most of the time is every year, at least the family goes out together, maybe to a trip abroad or to local tour. So that's how we relax. So in terms of exercise, we do a lot of walking.
Bansan has 3 children and 3 grandchildren. He has learned to play less golf because it is time-consuming and to walk more instead. Our talk with the i-Remit chairman turned to their CSR project.
i-Remit and even other companies that we have CSR projects. I do not know if a lot of people know that we had 2 NGOs that we really worked with. One is Campi, and the other one is Kabalikat ng OFW. Okay. The main function of these 2 is to able to help distressed OFWs, family, and their children.
The company even maintains a halfway house where the distressed or abused OFW can avail of counseling services before they go home. Many of them are victims of loan sharks and do not even have enough money to go back home. So sometimes the company has to extend financial help.
We also have a program called Be Fit.
Be Fit.
Yes. That's what they call a financial, intelligent, and trained program. Okay? The purpose of that is for us to start training people from abroad that have been earning money to start to save. Because what really happened is a lot of OFW, they earn money, but they send all of their money to the people here. And the people here didn't know that it's hard to earn money. So they just spent the money that they had. But what happened if, for example, an OFW eventually turned out to be unemployed o nagkasakit, di ba? So they don't have any more money. So what we try to train them is to give them different options on how to invest.
They expect to have some 300 to 500 enrollees in this program. Aside from this, they also provide training and counseling to the children of exploited OFWs twice a year, when they choose between 100 to 120 beneficiaries for their counseling program. Here, the children receive training on how to manage and handle their money properly. Bansan Choa has started giving back to the community. How does he like to be remembered?
I would only like to be remembered as a person that helped grow the remittance industry, because a lot of people will benefit if the money that they send is used properly by the intended beneficiary. So it's not really about making i-Remit bigger or making more money for i-Remit, but it's really how we should be able to benefit the OFW, which we consider the bayani OFW ng Pilipinas.
And his advice to young entrepreneurs.
My only advice, not only to the young, but also to the old. It's never too late, okay, to do something that you think that's going to benefit not only yourself, but also the other people in the community. Okay. I will tell you that because of my Chinese and the Filipino, it makes me a better person. Because in Chinese, you know, the biggest characteristic is you have to do hard work. Okay? You have to be innovative. Okay? Now, but in a Filipino, what is more important sa kanila is dapat may puso ka. Tama ba yun? So, what do you mean by puso? It is not only for me and for my family members. It is really for the good of the entire Filipino community. Kaya nga sabi ko nga sa inyo, the mixture of the two really make a person better. Now, one last word to all of them. Okay? Never be afraid of failure. No person can tell you that they never experienced any failure. Make the failure as a challenge for you to do better, and make sure that your error that you have done before be a lesson for you to correct and make sure to improve those things, and make sure that you finally reach what you wanted to do in the future.
Another inspiring story for Filipinos, a business leader that young entrepreneurs can emulate as a role model in turning a simple idea into a big and robust business venture.